What's up, you guys? Today I want to talk about what brings one an excitement. So, to a lot of people, excitement is brought into the wrong thing. For example, you come home from work and you are excited about something. Usually you're excited about your favorite series that you're gonna watch, or you're excited about something that's not really gonna lead you to anywhere, So excitement can be a really good thing, but if you put it in somewhere where it's not good, of course it's gonna lead you to nowhere. And like I said, it can be to playing video games or drinking alcohol, things like that. But this is usually what I see in real life, from people, that that is the thing that excites them, and that is what they anticipate after they come home from work to do. But if you put that excitement into something that is gonna create another version of yourself, and that is eventually gonna create another life, and that is of course being done by you creating new habits. How can you even be excited about something if you don't know how to control yourself, if you don't know how to stop the bad habits, if you don't know what you should be doing at the end of the day? But I really think that this is said by many people, including David Goggins, that usually people know what they have to do. If they are fat, they know they have to lose weight, and they know what they have to do for that, to have a clean diet, to exercise, things like that. But this is not particularly what I want to talk about when it comes to excitement. I want to talk about how you find something that you're passionate about, or some project that you're creating, anything. Like for me, it would be creating this video, and in most cases you're not gonna get that excited about it if you don't have nothing from it, So for example, it doesn't even have to involve money. It can just involve, you getting drunk, or you getting high, or whatever, or you getting the high dopamine from like playing video games or watching your favorite movie. But that dopamine levels they can get high as well with training, with you learning like an instrument or something, you learning something new, you doing something, as I said, that excites you. So I guess that I cannot leave you hanging on the question like what should bring you excitement. And obviously I don't know the answer to that. I mean, I know the answer to that for you. Maybe I do know for myself, but to be honest with you, we don't even have the answers. We just have these gut feelings. We have these interests, that you have to pursue and try out and fail even. And we go to this journey by comparing ourselves to other people, and maybe feeling bad sometimes about ourselves. Like usually people, when they talk about this passion and stuff, they all talk about it like it's something beautiful, and I'm not saying it's not, but usually there's very dark moments where, like, for example, you're painting or something, and you have this beautiful painting, and you just suddenly see somebody on social media selling paintings, and you don't even have a channel, nobody even knows about you, nobody knows about your painting, and you start to compare yourself to this person, oh my god, I don't even have money from this, and I love doing this so much. You start numbing yourself that it's impossible. But why would you do that to yourself? If you should rather think, if you see somebody being successful at the area of what you are successful in, you should rather become inspired and motivated, be like, oh, that guy did that, I can do it too. I even do this to myself. I see these people on YouTube and they talk in a certain way, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm never gonna be this articulate, my English is never gonna be like this. Of course it's not gonna be. I'm not born native English. And I don't have that vision, that certain knowledge. Maybe those people are older than me, they went through certain things, they're different than me. They're always gonna have some different knowledge maybe than me, and we're always gonna have different perspective. We're always gonna learn something from each other. Like, they also maybe gonna see me and be like, oh, this guy's something else, you know. Even though we talk similarly about similar topics, we can always be like sometimes, oh my god, this guy's better than me, you know. But that doesn't have to mean that you are not unique, that you cannot offer something special. So the point, I'm rambling here, but the main point I'm trying to make in this video is the excitement part. If you are excited like a little child about something, you're just so excited that you cannot wait to do it, and if the excitement is put in the right thing, it can like, it just like for the little kid, you know, he gets excited with with literally nothing. Like he just finds a leaf on the floor and he gets excited about. Like, you give him ice cream, he gets excited about. And for us adults, it's lately very hard to get excited about the right things, about the little things, and especially about the things that we should be excited, like which involves work from us. And usually we get excited, as I said, about the wrong things, which is very bad. As I said, I don't want to keep mentioning this stuff, but it can be many things. I don't like mentioning them and saying them, but you know what I'm talking about. You probably, even that if I don't mention, you have something in your mind that you know that brings excitement, but you know it also is gonna make your life miserable. So it's like you have to like really become aware of your own thoughts and be like, okay, I have these certain thoughts that make me feel a certain way. Okay, I need to stop this. I know I need to stop this, but it's impossible to stop something if you don't have a replacement, a swap. You know, you have to swap bad habit with good habit, bad thought with good thought, and it's like a bad action with good action. It's like, oh, okay, if I like to smoke weed, what do I have to do when I think about it? I have to do something to make me nothing. A very good thing, I think, is usually people will say like do push-ups, you know, like that is also possible, but for me, but it's much easier. And even though it sounds like for some people it's so hard, but like grab a book. That is the most powerful thing. You can get immersed, you can forget about this world, you know, if you go into a book, you know. It's much better to do that than anything else, really, like going to your phone or drinking. Of course, some people will be like, oh, but I need to do that, I need to smoke or I need to drink when I read my book. You don't need coffee. Maybe you could drink your coffee, but you don't need really anything, especially if you are going to this journey of replacing the bad things with the good things, and you're aware of it, and you're like disciplined. Okay, I promise myself I'm gonna replace this by this, and this is gonna become this new thing. It's gonna be good for me, and eventually it will bring, even maybe in that exact moment, it will bring you excitement, especially if you pick the book that you're interested in. And you should not even pick the book if you're not interested in. And usually people buy books and they're interested in those books, but they never read them. It's because they are, you know, caught in this bad habit, like playing video games. It doesn't have to be like weed or, I don't know, drugs or alcohol, but usually let me go with the simple things like video games, or you're grabbing your phone. But those books are there and they're still gonna interest you. That interest is never gonna go away. And even those things that you think are making you excited, it's not long term, it's short term gratification. Like all these things that I'm mentioning, like it's just dopamine getting high and then crash, you know. And with this book stuff or anything, it can be really anything that you like activity or some project or something new to learn. As I said, it can be about financial stuff, or let's say an instrument. I don't know what it is. You pick something, you know, that interests you, and if you just like keep swapping it, because you're gonna do anything anyways. you're gonna do something anyways. So why not do the thing that you should be doing instead of thing that you know that, like, okay, sure, it's fine to sometimes watch a series, but if you're not disciplined about it, it's just the same with the sweets for me. Like, I saw one guy mentioning this, like, okay, like some people say, like, oh, I can eat a candy or something and it's fine for me because I know I'm disciplined. But like for me, that was coming from a guy who's quite bulky, and you can see that he's fit in shape. And he was like, if I have an Oreo, I'm gonna eat the whole thing. Even though I know I'm disciplined, I know I have a good life and successful life, I'm still know myself that I'm gonna eat all this. It's gonna be so healthy for me. So don't keep this stuff in your home. So the best thing you can do is to turn off your notifications, keep an airplane mode, and totally distract yourself from everything. Don't have your stuff in home that you know is bad for you. Keep the alcohol or delete those games, whatever it is. Don't have that subscription or whatever. I don't know, man, but my throat is getting pretty bad, so I'm gonna end this video here, okay? But I think I made my point. I don't even know how long this video is, but or if even somebody's gonna see it, but I hope somebody will. But yeah, I hope you got the point. So life is at the end of the day about excitement. But as I said, it's not really about being excited. Sometimes it's good to be excited about the movie that's coming up or the series, but when you really go deeper in yourself, be like, oh my god, these things that I'm getting excited about, they're not really beneficial for my life. Is there anything else that that I should maybe be excited about that would be good for me and for my life? That is the question I'm gonna leave you with, that you need to ask yourself, and trust me, the answer will come, and you definitely have some interest. You just have to find them and do it, So yeah, that is all I have for you today. And as always, don't make me believe in you more than you do in yourself. We all have the same potential with different ways of expressing it. Stay tuned and peace. Love you all.